Let's own your shit. Hey guys, welcome to another Mind Right Monday. I'm your host, Bonnie Kelly. Today we're talking about owning your shit. Now, I know that doesn't sound sexy and super fabulous or beautiful, because who really, let's be honest, who wants to own their shit? Who wants to own that they're avoiding or procrastinating or in fear and not doing what they say they're gonna do? Who wants to own that? Nobody. I mean, we like owning the fact that, like, yay, I had this success and this triumph and I'm super motivated, look at me go, woo! But we need to be able to learn to take ownership of both the things that we're epic in and the things we're not so epic in. Because the only way we're going to truly start to transform and to change those areas that we're not so great in is if we take ownership of why and where we may be sabotaging ourselves. So today I'm going to share 3 reasons why you're not doing what you say you're going to do and how you can begin to own your shit. So let's start with the first one, which is discover the underlying belief of what's blocking you. Maybe you have an underlying belief that it's not possible or you're not capable. Now, if that exists somewhere within the subconscious mind, then it's no wonder why you're not following through to do the things that you say you're going to do. A great example of this was right before I launched my book, right? I had the content done and created for my book for almost 2 years. A lot of people don't know that. It was on my computer. I was so proud of it. And yet I didn't know what that next step was. And so I entered into this state of avoidance. I was making up all these excuses of like being busy or working on this project. And I had what I call shiny object syndrome. Say that 10 times fast. Shiny object syndrome. Where I would say, oh, I'm going to work on this and that's going to get me where I go. Oh, I'm going to work on this and that's going to get me to where I want to go. All at the same time avoiding the one thing that I needed to do to get me to the next level of where I wanted to go. So this is where I had to own my shit. I had to recognize that, oh my gosh, I'm in avoidance here. And I have an underlying belief or that I'm not capable or I don't know what I'm doing. And so because I've never written a book before, that's understandable of why I perceive and why I believe that. But if I would stay in that, and if I didn't have the awareness, I would continue to avoid, procrastinate, and put off the one thing that was going to help me get to the next level. So you really got to ask yourself, what is your underlying belief that is causing you to avoid, procrastinate, or not do what you need to do to get you to where you want to go? And start to own it. I had to take ownership that I was procrastinating. I had to take ownership that I was scared. I had to take ownership and say, I don't know the next step. And when I did, guess what happened? The next step unfolded. The right people, circumstances, and situations started to unfold in my life that allowed me to get to that next phase to take the book to where I needed to go. All right, so let's talk about the next way that you might be sabotaging yourself and where you need to start owning it a little bit more. You're avoiding doing the work. Let's be honest. Change requires time, effort, and energy. It requires work. It requires you to be able to change maybe the way you perceive, the way that you believe, maybe change the way that you're thinking about, or even behaviors, actions, and our reactions to things. All of these aspects have to change for us to be able to have a different outcome. And it requires a lot of us. And so we'll hide behind our excuses of not having enough time, resources, money, or know-how to avoid doing the things we need to do. You need to own it. Absolutely need to own this one so you can be able to move forward and get out of this place of feeling stuck and stagnant with whatever it is that you're trying to create. All right, let's get to my third and final one, which is you have an underlying fear of change. All right, the other big one is that you may just be comfortable, okay? That you might just be feeling safe and that you're feeling, okay, I'm good. And so because you're in a good place, it's not uncomfortable enough that you're motivated enough to have to require the change. Because change can be scary. We don't know what the outcome's going to be. We don't know what obstacles it's going to present. We don't know if we're going to be capable of handling these things. Even though I suspect you're more than capable, these fears and this fear of what change could bring to us paralyzes us from taking action. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to own my shit right here, right now. So one of the things that I'm working on this year is to take my 6-figure coaching business into a 7-figure model. Now this is testing all of my belief systems, all of my stretching all the ways that I think and I perceive. And because I'm not sure how to get to this or what I need to do and how to be able to do this, luckily I hired a coach, hint, hint. But being able to get to that, because I have this fear of what that's going to bring, and am I going to have enough time? Is it going to be able to sustain my life and myself? And what happens if I fail? That I haven't been owning it. Like, I've been like, okay, I'm comfortable at 6 figures, right? Multiple 6 figures is easy for me. I can do this. That's not a big deal. But if I really want to stretch myself and move above and beyond that, it's requiring a lot more of me. And so I had to I'm owning it right now. I'm saying, you know what? I've allowed my excuses and my fear of change to hinder me from doing the things that I need to do to get to where I want to go. Some of the easiest things that I need to become doing only take 15 minutes less a day. If I could just sit down and dwell in my vision, if I can just really have these things mapped out, that clear intent of what I'm creating, everything else is going to fall in suit with that. I could practice my NLP techniques, whether I'm doing tapping or vacuuming or anything else, or affirmations or mirror work to get me moving in that direction, and I'm not doing it because I'm comfortable. And so I have to own my shit and say, I'm done being comfortable, I'm done being a 6-figure coach, and I'm going to be a 7-figure coach. Now that I've owned this publicly, now that it's in your face, watch out, world, because here I come. So I need you to ask yourself, where in your life do you need to own it? Where are you hiding? Where are you playing small? What underlying beliefs are blocking you? And what do you need to do to get the movement that you desire? All right, with that, I hope you guys got a lot out of this video, and I can't wait to share with you more about what we do and how we continue to help you evolve into the next version of yourself. If you're ready to start taking action now, I encourage you to check out my freebie, which is our 21-day emotionaldetox.com/free, where you can get started right now. No credit card, no money required. For 7 days, you can begin to start getting the emotional and mental clarity to get you moving in the direction you want to go. Check it out. It's free. Links below. And until next week, I'm Bonnie Keller.